Hey, welcome back. I'm Greg. You may or may not know him, but this is Meet Kevin. Today we're going to take a look at his style of investing and see if it's any good. Now, Meet Kevin is a real estate broker as well as an investor who has become very popular on YouTube in the last 2 years. He preaches buying under-market single-family houses, or wedge deals as he calls them, and uses the natural appreciation of the house to boost his net worth. So it appears that his goal is to mainly boost his net worth as opposed to focus on cash flow like you see with a lot of other investors, especially in the multifamily sector. But having all this extra net worth in your rental property allows you to refinance and pull out money from the property. So if the opportunity arises, like earlier in the year when the pandemic started, it allows you to go shopping for more deals or put money into the stock market or things like that. So basically his big advice to everyone is to buy a quote-unquote wedge deal, and this sounds like fairly standard advice. If you're going to buy any type of real estate, is to buy under market value. I mean, realistically, if you pay full price for real estate, you're overpaying. So on that piece of advice, I give it a thumbs up. His next big point is fixing rental grade, which makes sense since he's keeping the properties as rentals. This isn't necessarily something that's talked about a lot. I feel like a lot of the times when real estate investors come in, including myself, we just go in and just demo everything. And this especially isn't talked about when making a single family home into a rental property. I feel like it's fairly standard when you go into a house, you just gut the kitchen, gut the bathrooms, and just basically start from scratch. I've done it a couple of times, and every single time it produces beautiful kitchens. It's what you see on all the flip shows, and it's what really brings a lot of value to the house. But let me show you one of the renovations that Kevin has done for one of his rental properties, and honestly, I think it'll blow your mind.
Hey everyone, Meet Kevin here. Today I'm going to talk to you about the crucial $245 that helped me completely transform this kitchen. And if you haven't guessed yet, this video is going to be about the kitchen cabinetry, which yes, I have made a video.
It's crazy that those cabinets can go from looking outdated and junky. I mean, realistically, a flipper would just go through and rip those all out and put new ones in. But these ones, they look amazing.
In the past about transforming kitchen cabinetry, except the last kitchen that we transformed with this method was not only larger, but the cabinets were built in 2003, so we had much newer cabinetry. Today, we're looking at a kitchen where the cabinets were built in...
I'd like to know the actual price for this kitchen because we all know in here that's a different countertop. I see a microwave, he's got a new stove, so it's not a $245 kitchen remodel, but just the cabinets alone look amazing. So I'm just saying, I'd like to know the actual price, but still, it still looks amazing. It's still a kitchen I would live with. I would walk into a house and we would have this. Typically when we move into a house, we just got the kitchen and start over.
1959. So we've got a completely different style of wood here, and I want to give you some up-close shots at this kind of kitchen, what goes into it, or I guess how little actually goes into it, and show you exactly the kind of steps you should take to make this project as simple as possible, and which project.
All right, I'll stop stopping. This is just beautiful. This is beautiful. It blows my mind. Okay, so as you can see here, just amazing looking. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up a picture of a kitchen that I just did. As you can see, we redid all the cabinets. That was about $1,800 worth of cabinetry. Concrete countertops ended up being about $500 worth of material. And then, handles and things like that. It was like a $300 sink. So overall, a lot more than $245 or whatever he said it was. But if you don't only think about the price associated with it, if you think about the time, it took me a long time to install that kitchen. See, if I could have just gone ahead and just repainted the cabinets, it just saves so much time. And the hard part about when you're pulling all the cabinets out or you gut a bathroom, you're like, well, we might as well fix the drywall, or we might as well redo the electrical, which we gutted the drywall as well as replaced all the electrical in that kitchen that I just showed you, the one that I did. And I just wonder how much time that would have saved if we just would have left the original cabinets and were just able to just paint them. So now, even though these two kitchens are on the opposite end of the spectrum, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button for both of these kitchens because they're both amazing. And while you're at it, please go check out Meet Kevin's channel. A lot of his content's great. He provides great value. So in terms of leaving the cabinets and painting them and just kind of sprucing them up, if you're keeping the property as a rental, I think this is a great idea. You know, a tenant is still going to be just as happy with it. If you're going to actually flip the property, you know what, I don't know about that. I think when it comes to a flip property, there's a little bit more to be desired, but teach their own. And honestly, I've adopted a few of Kevin's strategies for fixing more rental grade in our current home that we bought in foreclosure for $52,000. The after repair value is right at about $150,000. With the pandemic in our area, I probably could list it for $160,000 and get an offer. But doing some of the strategies I've learned from him, I did save about $8,000 as opposed to our last renovation. The third thing he preaches is don't sell. So if you buy below market value like every other flipper does, but you aren't planning to sell and holding as a rental, you actually don't have to build in that extra 6% of selling cost. So your net worth goes up by that extra 6%. So you've already received that net worth boost. You don't have to build in the 6% selling cost. You don't have to pay capital gains tax. And at the same time, the tenant is paying down your mortgage. In theory, this is a good idea. I can't say I've personally done it. I enjoy flipping houses much more because I enjoy when that cash hits your bank account. But it's definitely a strategy I'm willing to adopt. And right now I'm just searching for the right deal. Like the house that we currently live in, when we move out, I'll just keep it and turn it into a rental as opposed to selling it. Mainly because of Kevin's advice. So just to recap, we have 1, buy below market value. Makes sense. Even if you're looking for a move-in ready home, there's no point in paying full price. You're just overpaying. 2, fixed rental grade. I feel like that makes sense, especially if you're keeping it as a rental. 3, we have don't sell. I mean, your net worth goes up by an extra 6% by not having to build in those selling costs, and you can pull money out of the property. I feel like that's a no-brainer. So, in conclusion, I think Meet Kevin is financially literate and someone that you should absorb bits and pieces of their investment strategy from and kind of learn and adapt your own strategy. You know, I think he makes some good points as well as, you know, some more long-term strategy ideas that aren't necessarily focused only on cash flow. Because let's be honest, cash flow you have to pay taxes on. And I think it's very possible that Meet Kevin's strategy is possibly the fastest way to $1 million net worth. Thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, go ahead over to Kevin's channel and check him out. I'll catch you next video.